Hey everybody, it's Kim here. Today's the beginning of a series that I'm going to do to share with you guys because I think we can have a collective conversation around stress, around decreasing our anxiety, around tackling our fears. And there are a lot of tools out there and there's an awful lot of resources right now saturating all of our worlds, but we have a connection already and I just thought I'd reach out to you guys and offer what I can. So I figured the very first thing would be to start with a mini session today about stress and stress relieving. So obviously we're all stressed in this situation of so many unknowns and so many things we can't control. And whenever I used to teach at the hospital and I was working with cardiac patients and helping teach what stress is in general, the thing that we always talked about was that stress comes from a Latin word with the root that means to tighten. And kind of like when we are watering our garden and we want to stop the water, we kink it up, right? And so whenever we tighten, we constrict and we slow down the flow. And in our bodies, that looks like a lot of things. It looks like our shoulders rising up to our ears, constricting flow. It can look like tension headaches. For me, it can get the vein in my forehead bulging, and that is all the blood constricting to one spot and tensing. Jaws, a lot of people get really tense and lock jaw. Your breathing might get tight and shallow. Your gut might get all gurgly or tense and constrict. And for a lot of us, our muscles throughout our whole body, and so we get achy, not coronavirus achy, but just achy in general. And all of that comes from the same thing, which is this stress in our body creating tension and friction and not allowing things to flow through. So in the hose analogy, how we release the blockage is you relax the hose and you let things flow. So in our bodies, that kind of thing happens with breathing. Stretching is a big one. And finding ways to create openings inside of us so that things can flow again. Now, we've all heard about mindfulness and stretching and meditation, and so why is that so important? And if I'm so stressed out and I can't really get calm, what am I supposed to do? So here's what I want to offer today. Dealing with our stress is daily, just like brushing our teeth. So if I don't brush my teeth today, other than the people who are around me and the gross taste in my mouth, I am going to be fine. If I don't brush my teeth for 2 days and 3 days, and certainly for weeks to come, the plaque that not only will build up is going to be detrimental, it can actually wind up having long-term effect. So our bodies are the same, and we want to figure out how do I metaphorically brush my stress, brush my teeth so that my stress can be released, and do a little tiny bit daily so that it actually makes a difference. So I'm going to put us through a little practice in a second, and it's just about getting present, just about slowing down for a moment with the intention of creating some openings in our body, some openings in our breath, some spaces in between the stress so that we might be able to avoid longer-term damage. We might be able to let a moment of calm in, not just to support my current mental health, but truthfully to be able to make a lasting impact on my overall health so that I can be here tomorrow and I can serve my family and I can serve my friends and my community and that type of thing. So we're all in that together. So we're going to do a very quick, doesn't matter if you're sitting on the ground like I am or in a chair or laying down, you can do absolutely anywhere. And hold on, I'm just getting kicked off my internet here. I'm sure everybody's struggling with that too at home a little bit as we all work on that. And wherever you are, you're going to take a moment to just take a breath in and just be. We're just going to settle in together for a minute just to be. Finding this moment in this time. And in this very short opportunity to take away some of our stress, we're going to start at our feet. Wherever your feet are, I want you to feel the connection of your feet to the surface that they're touching. That might be each other, the floor, a chair, a couch, a bed. Wherever you are, just take a breath and notice your feet connecting to the surface. I want you to imagine the blood flowing around your ankle joints and just like a little stream going in and out and around. Just connect there with your mind's eye and just imagine the blood flowing. Maybe that spot starts tingling when you're thinking about it. And just notice what's happening. Take a breath in and let it go. We're going to float up to wherever your knees are resting. Maybe put your hands on them, maybe not. And just imagine all the muscles that surround our knees, that help our knees work for us every day to function. Even those of us with achy knees, they still are functioning. Just give a little love there. Take a breath. And release. Allow that to come up to our thighs and all the muscles. You might slide your hands down them a couple times, creating a little bit of friction, but mostly it's about noticing the flow, imagining the blood flow throughout my body, flowing freely and calmly and easily as I release tension and let it flow. Take a breath in here and just exhale. I'm going to skip the middle for a moment and go right to my shoulders. Without any force of shoving them down, just imagine a release. Sometimes it helps to put your hands on your shoulders and gently slide them down your body. Just release and breathe in. You might find a little natural movement in the neck that feels good, but what I don't want you to do is sudden stretches. No yanking of your neck, no giant head rolls. You're just actually calming down enough to feel what your head and your body wants to do on its own without force. And that might be just stillness. And then 2 more things for today. I want you to imagine a little drop of water on your earlobe. You can even pinch it just slightly. Imagine it dripping off, touching your shoulder, and rolling off. And you can do it again. Imagine the next drop of water, with or without your hands here, touching your earlobe, touching your shoulder, and dripping off. And take a breath. Now I want you to imagine a little tiny string from the top of our head up to the sky, growing just a little taller in our spine, like somebody's pulling you up by that thread just a little bit. And as you take a breath, imagine all of the energy around you going outwards and settling. So our inhale allows us to sit up maybe just a little taller by this invisible string. And our exhale allows us to imagine our energy going out and settling. 2 more of those. We breathe in We imagine feeling tingling outwards as you exhale. And inhale, energy out, and it settles in the earth around me. Exhale. And for today, that's all we're going to do. You took 2 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever that was with me, to think about that it's actually important to undo my stress in little tiny segments every day. Doesn't mean I've changed anything out there in the world about what's happening. It means I found home inside my body. It means I found space to breathe. It means I had control over one thing today, and that was taking a minute with myself to breathe, to reset. And for me, it was to connect with all of you. So I love you. There'll be more to come. We're going to try different formats of this, different video formats, maybe some Zoom calls, whatnot. I don't really know yet. But I'm here, and I know we can do this and use this time to get some new practices in, or at very least, control some of how we're reacting to all of this so that we can come out stronger on the other side. Love you guys.